Welcome back to another video. I was requested to make a video on the pirate siege, so I decided to do that in this video. Jumping over to Babylon and talking to Gunpowder Mary, we're going to be finding down at the very bottom the pirate ship siege. And this is something that not a lot of people have really done, and this is kind of an interesting. This is like pretty much the very first PvP that we got in the game. It's technically not PvP in the same sense as what we currently have in the game, but you are versing other players in a sense. So over here, you have this guy right here with a bunch of different crafts in here and 3 different outfit categories, all with siege pirate related stuff. So you have the basic, now these are all just different colors, and you've got the default outfit thing right there, but then you have different, like I said, colors of that same outfit with the different stuff. And believe it or not, some of these stuff is pretty darn good. So some of them are so-so, but I like some of the colors that they have. Like this one is pretty nice. And then there's this one right here, the Stealth Siege, which is my favorite. This dark black robe goes very nice. You have the different pieces that come with it. You guys can go and check those out. And then, of course, you have this right here. If you're looking for more colorful stuff, you have more options here. You've got Title, you have Chaos. And so I'll just give you an example of the color scheme. Nice bright green. You have Royal, which is like a purple. And the title is like a blue. You've got a Blood, which is obviously a dark red. Very nice. But anyways, lots of different ones here. Pink and whatnot. So yeah, it's a pretty nice thing. Actually, you know what though? I don't even recognize the last one. Warning? I don't even recognize. Oh, interesting. Largely, what this is right here, these are all cosmetics that you can get. And in order to get the pieces you need for it, you would be running the pirate siege. And the problem is nobody really runs this siege because it can become increasingly frustrating. Now, your goal is to get this bar down all the way several times in order to complete the challenge. In here, you have other crafts that you can do, and these will help benefit your defeat of the other ship. So this is a ship versus ship battle. Now the problem with this location is unless you have an opponent on the other side, you are kicked out of this location. Without having an opponent on the other opposing team, you can't complete this, and this really affects this area in a really negative way because you also need this when you're trying to go for a particular, what is it called, bobber bear. So in order to get this one here, you need to do this challenge. This is like one of the hardest bobbers to get in the game, one of my favorites, and unfortunately you can only get it by going through this thing here, by completing this challenge. And it really sucks if you don't have any opponents, especially when you have all that nice gear right in there. So one thing they can do is remove that timer so you don't need an opponent, so you can just fight through it anyway, so you're not missing the content. That's one thing that I think they should implement in this area, because otherwise it's making it pretty much impossible when you don't have an opponent in there. So this is what is very frustrating about that. Now, so far, I'm just waiting to see if anybody else is going to show up on the other side or not. It says, hire your crew. So there's the opposing teammates, and then over there, you'll see those guys, and they're trying to go after that side over there. And so I'll just quickly showcase this. We don't have enough opponents again. You have a pirate cannon, which you need siege tokens to use the pirate cannon. You also need cannonballs in order to attack the opponents. You've got 3 other things right here that also help. So these guys here will be attacking the under thing that you need to attack. These things would be helping, and these things would be attacking the opposing ship. So comes in very, very handy Once you do finally get an opponent, what you're doing is you're trying to defend your ship's deck. That is your ultimate goal, is to defend your ship's deck to the best of your ability. And this does usually result in, whoa, a bit of lag there. It usually results in having to take down multiple opponents at the same time, because if you're not focusing on all of the opponents, they're going to still focus on the ship's deck, and this is something that you don't want to do. You definitely want them focusing on you. Make sure to grab all of your tokens while you're doing this, because otherwise you're gonna not have the tokens, which are going to come in super handy later on. Once you have enough, you need to have a certain amount, but they're just going to keep spawning in, so you just have to keep killing them over and over and over again. Make sure that you're focusing on all of them when you can, so an AoE class comes in handy so that you are having them target you instead of the ship's thing. So this does come in really handy. Having health pots on you is a must when you're trying to survive. Oh, another person actually joined. While that person is holding them off, I'm going to check in here because I really want to buy. Okay, so I've got enough to buy the pirate cannon, so I'm going to buy that. And then I have enough to get that, but I want to get enough to get that, so I'm going to wait. So the ship on the other team is almost down for the first one. There we go. So we've now got 1 point. You'll see it right underneath our thing right here, meaning that the ship's deck on their end is going to reset. Okay, so it's been reset now. At this point, I am going to grab the... I should have enough to get the pirate cannons. Yes, I do. Perfect. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, while that person is distracting them, I'm going to place my cannon and then fire the cannon over there. Doesn't seem to be damaging them at all. That should have done way more damage than it did. Maybe the cannon is bugged. I don't know why that didn't work. Usually when I do that, it like just about finishes the ship's deck on the other team, but interesting. Next thing I'm going to save for is the pirate captain. So what I usually do is I usually wait until I'm dead before I go and check. If there are other people here fighting, then I will usually go and turn in my tokens if I think I have enough to get what I want to get. For the captain, though, I need quite a bit. Okay, so there we go. We ended up winning that one. We got our 2 points that we needed. So you'll see the other ship getting blown to smithereens. I never did get around to getting the captain, but captain might be the better option. So then you have this thing right here. Now this is on the winners. This is on the winners team, the winners side. You get this one over here. If you're not on the winners team, you'll be over on that island over there. You also get a chest, but not as big of a chest. Now, before you leave this island, you'll want to check around for a tiny chest, because there is another kind of secret reward on this island that you want to make sure you get before you just take off. So there you go. You get the Plunder's Hoard. You recovered a huge stash from the defeated ship. Bring it to Krabby Patty. Obviously, you guys know what that means. I have a inventory full, and then you've got the plundered goods. Also, my inventory is full. Let me just get rid of something here. I don't know what to get rid of. I'll get rid of that. You'd be checking on the island. So there's several different places this tiny little chest could potentially spawn. Doesn't mean it's going to spawn. It just means it could. I think this is one of the locations right here. It could spawn. So there are several different locations where this tiny little chest, I forget the name of it, would spawn, but it's kind of difficult to see because it is small. You just have to keep your eye out for it. There was, I think, 3 different locations where it could potentially be. One of them was somewhere up here. somewhere around here was another potential option for it, but I'm not seeing it at all. And then the last option was over here somewhere, but again, I'm not seeing it anywhere. So the chances of it spawning are not very high. It's not a very high chance, but that chest thing is in relation to, I believe it is the teddy bear. Oh, also, when you pick up that purple item thing, you're going to be getting this. This is a extra reward thing that you get. So this is the plundered hoard, and you're going to get a quest that's going to appear called the plundered hoard. That's the purple item that I have in my inventory right here. Also, keep in mind, if you are wanting the bobber bear, you are going to want to find that tiny little chest that spawns on the winner's island. So, I mean, it requires a whole lot more, but you can just Google how to get the bobber bear. I do have a video on how to get it as well. It's a really old video, but I'm sure the method still works. I do know it does require that little tiny chest, but I hope this video helps you guys out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.